Hi guys, welcome back to Jordie's Corner. I'm Jordie and this is my corner, and today is that sleeve with me video. It is. I mentioned this about 900 times and I took a little bit because one, I needed to wait for the sleeves to come in because I had to buy all of these sleeves, and then two, I made a little list of everything that I want to talk about in this video, because if I didn't make a list, I was going to go onto a bunch of random tangents, and we don't need to do all that. So I made a list, and looking at it again, there's a lot of this that I can loop into different things, so we will. So let's go ahead and just grab a binder and get it moving. Okay, so to start, we're going to start with Chan's binder. It's kind of just, I'm not really gonna talk about anything while I'm doing this, but basically, I don't know, let's kind of talk about some random stuff. So let's talk about work real quick. Let me just get the work out of the way. So those of you who have been watching and been following along for the last couple weeks, you know that my boss's boss was on my head about my nails. So as you see, they're short and they're boring. I actually low-key hate them. I don't hate them because they're bad. I hate them because they're short. I've done French before, but I haven't had nails this short in almost a year and a half. So it's kind of weird to not have any growth at all. And now seeing Chan, that's pissing me off. He is crooked as fuck. He is so goddamn crooked. Oh my freaking god. Here we go, that's better. Nothing else is in here. So that's everything for this binder. I'm gonna kind of just pick things up as I grab a binder. That's kind of when we're gonna talk about things related to what's in that binder, which is why I had nothing for Chan, because I don't have anything to say about Stray Kids right now. We'll talk about Stray Kids when I get to the Stray Kids binder, because boy, do I have some things to say about Stray Kids. They're all good, by the way. They're all good. But yeah, I got some things to say about Stray Kids. Up next, I got, sorry, my chair is like about to fall apart. Let's talk about Mark's solo. So everybody knows that Mark's supposed to have a solo debut in February. Well, if you also know, then you know that 127 just announced their world tour literally last night. For me, for you guys, it was like last week. But it was literally last night. They announced the 127 tour. We'll get to the 127 tour later. That's already double sleeved. These two are not. But let's kind of talk about, so his solo is supposed to be in February, right? The tour starts in January. During pretty much most of February, they're going to be touring through Asia. And then they're going to be here in Duluth, Georgia, a whole 7 hours away from me, in February 28th. Where's the solo? I genuinely am trying to figure that out. Where is his solo at? Because I'm not seeing anywhere in there. Like, I'm seeing a spot for a solo, but I see a rushed solo. And I swear on everything I love, if they rush his solo, I'm gonna fight this company, because this man has given you his life for the last, at this point, 8.5 years, and you're gonna give him a rushed solo? Are we serious? But then again, look at what they did to Jaehyung, so I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I genuinely will say this. I don't even think Jaehyung had his fan con planned until they saw how outraged we were about that. Because then all of a sudden, like a week after all of the riot situation happened and everything, we were all like, where's Jaehyung solo? Like, fan con. All of a sudden it gets announced. Okay. Anyways, enough on that. But yeah, I'm excited for his solo. Y'all know he's literally my ult. Like, I will literally be the first in line to buy it. And I am already saving for it, because I will be buying literally as much as I physically can for it. As well as pobs and merch and everything. Like, I will be going all out for his solo. I don't think there's anything back here. There literally is cards right here. That's already sleeved. Anyways, that's everything I wanted to say about his solo. I just genuinely don't want it to be rushed. And if they push it back to like May, I really don't care if they push it back. I just want him to be able to have a true solo debut and not a rushed one. And then Kai. Let's talk about Kai. So they dropped this. It will be on the screen right here. They dropped that. And why does Kai already have a comeback planned for Q1? He comes back from the military in Q1. Now, Q1 lasts from January to March. Basically right up to April. You're telling me he gets discharged on February 9th or 10th? It's one of those two. But his solo, he's gonna have a solo comeback like right out of the military. Is he working on it now? Like, has he been working on it for these last 27 years? I genuinely, I swear he's been in the military forever. I swear he's been there forever. He's been in the military for as long as I've been a K-pop stan. I'm genuinely being so honest right now. Y'all know I became a K-pop stan like November 2022. He went to the military in like what, April, May of 2023, and he's been there ever since. Like, give him back to me now. He's having a comeback already. Like, Jesus Christ, can he take the uniform off? It's kind of like reminding me of when that one Monsta X member got out of the military and immediately was like working, or like Jin coming out of the military, Jin from BTS coming out of the military and immediately having a fan sign. Like, Jesus Christ, can this man like breathe air that's not a military base before y'all start throwing him and stuff? Speaking of military, Jaehyung's enlisted. 2 of our 10 eggs have now officially enlisted and are active members of the military. Next up is Taeyong, I believe. A lot of people have been questioning if Taeyong's going to be at the 127 tour, and I think he's going to. I just think that maybe he's going to end up like right after the tour having to enlist, because I think, if I remember correctly, and y'all can correct me down below, I think he has to like enlist for sure within the first half of next year. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So anyways, I can't wait for Kai to come back. But I can, like, please, let me get my money up, because I'm looking at it this way. Dream's having a comeback on Monday from today. So today is Tuesday, it's election day in America. It's the 6th. Dream's comeback's on Monday. You're gonna see this video, I think, this weekend. You're gonna see this video, I think, before the Dream comeback. So if you are, then Dream's comeback is on Monday. If you're seeing it after the comeback, guess what? Dream's comeback was on Monday. But their album drops in Target on Friday. I'm gonna go buy it. I've already saved enough to get 2 copies of it. One from Walmart, one from Target. Because I want to try to get Mark's cards. So even if I don't pull him, I want to be able to trade for him. Anyways, let's talk about Eric. Trigger did not like it at first, not gonna lie to you. As an album, it's a fantastic album, don't piss me off. The title track was not my favorite. It's been on repeat. I can't stop listening to it. Anyways, back to Trigger. I have been loving this comeback. I'm loving the theming. I'm loving the elements. I'm loving the elements. Girl, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm just loving this era so far, and I can't wait to see it continue to grow and to flourish. I'm still waiting for the where are they going announcement, because girl, anyways, that's that. What else can I talk about? What's next? We're gonna save Twice for the Twice era. We're gonna save 17 for the 17 binder, Nexi for the Nexi binder, Ateez for the Ateez, aespa for aespa, of course. Mark, we already talked about that. Kai comeback, talked about that. Girl, I don't even fucking know what to talk about. I love Eric so much, y'all, and he's been all over my timeline this week, and I'm really loving it. I'm loving this album. I'm loving this era. I'm loving everything. I want everything. But I bought my albums. They will be getting shipped out. Apparently, according to the website, it says that they will ship out on the 8th, which would be Thursday, which means they should be here sometime next week. So there will be an unboxing of it. There will be an unboxing for the Boyz before there will be an unboxing for NCT. So get excited, y'all. Because I know I'm excited. I can't wait to see who I pull. If I don't pull any of my biases, like, I really don't care. Like, I will gift them to Meg or something. I just want the albums. I just want the albums because I cannot wait to make a new, like, divider cover for them with the albums. I bought the right version and only the right version because, again, money's a thing that exists in this world, and I don't have a lot of it right now. If you've been following my channel for the last 3 months, then you know the situation. Is this gonna fit or is this useless? That's useless. But I should have known considering it barely fits on the page to begin with, but it's okay. That's everything for Eric. Let's talk Ateez. Let's talk Ateez. I'm really going through it apparently. If you haven't noticed, I have not been working on any of their albums. But anyways, I did film a video recently. I don't know if you guys watched my collection goal video. We will be changing some of those out. Because of the tours. Yeah, because aespa is gonna be here in Orlando, literally where I live. I live like 45 minutes away with traffic from the venue. So aespa's gonna be here. I will be there. How? I don't know, but I'm gonna make it happen. So that's happening on February 6th. Kelsey Ballerini, one of my favorite country singers, is gonna be in Tampa on February 25th, I believe? I don't know, but I got pre-sale tickets for her, and her tickets aren't even officially on sale until next Friday, so I'm thinking about potentially buying them this week. Maybe. I don't know. I may not even buy it, but honestly, I was looking at her tickets. I'm not worried about her tickets. Like, I'm not worried about them going up in price either. So yeah, that's a thing. And then after that, 127 is going to be in Duluth on the 28th of February. So I've been looking at it because, again, is it the most financially responsible thing for me to do to go? No, not at all. But I've been thinking about it more and more, and I was looking into it last night when I was on the phone. I was on FaceTime with my best friend, which best friend, if you're watching, hey, if you're not, oh well. She's not into K-pop, so she doesn't really watch my channel, which I'm okay with because, again, I wouldn't watch something if I wasn't into it, you know what I mean? So anyways, was there digipacks for, oh yeah, that's right. I'm collecting OT8 for these digipacks because I already got most of them. Anyways, I do want to finish Finn. Like, I want to finish Will, and I think Will is going to be a beginning of the year. Well, maybe not, since the beginning of my year is looking very busy. So January, I don't really have much going on in January yet, but the problem is, while I don't have much planned right now, February is because February is going to be very, very, very expensive. It is going to be aespa, it's going to be Kelsey, it's going to be NCT 127, which is going to be the most expensive thing. Back to that. So I was on the phone with my best friend, and we were looking at hotels and this and another. She's not coming with me because I'm going to probably end up going by myself. If anything, I'll see if my mom wants to ride, like, up to Georgia with me. She doesn't have to come to the concert, but I'll see if she wants to, like, you know, road trip with me. If not, then I'll go by myself. It just would be nice to have someone else because, again, it's a 6.5 hour drive, but because I know myself enough to know that I can't do that straight, like, I'm gonna have to take like maybe 10 stops different because I always have to use the bathroom, I always have to eat, like, I need to do something. Also, I can't sit still for longer than maybe 2 hours at a time. Why I struggled in school a lot, because I couldn't sit still for longer than like 20 minutes back when I was in school. But now that I'm a little bit older, And now that I've hit the point where I actually work a full-time job, baby, I like to sit down. Thank you. Golden Hour will be done. Golden Hour Part 1 will be done soon, I promise. I've already bought Usong's cards. So I was gonna buy Universal Studios annual passes for Orlando, but I've now decided to push that back even more because, again, NCT is more important to me. Yes. Especially since I was thinking about it, I was like, am I really gonna ever go? Because I have SeaWorld and Disney ones, and I only really go to Disney these days. I barely go to SeaWorld. So, we'll see. Anyways, speaking of Ateez, let's talk about Ateez for a second. Concept photos. Girl, what the fuck? Genuinely, what the fuck? They are coming for our esophaguses. Also, they dropped something, and they did Ice on My Teeth, and what the fuck? This, oh my god, this, I can already tell this album's gonna be fucking fire. It's okay, I've already planned on buying all of their albums from Target, so I get paid the day, I did get paid the day after the album comes out, so I'm saving right now from this paycheck for NCT, and the next paycheck I will be saving for Twice, but I will also be getting all of Ateez's albums. I'm hoping they have Usong's digipacks. If they don't, they don't. I'll buy them from K-Place because they also have the US exclusive, because I want to try to get as many Pearl cards as I can because I want to be able to have Usong. And then right now I'm planning on having 5 copies of the album, so 2 digipacks and 1 of each version. I want to get the versions from Target no matter if, ands, or buts, which honestly, when it comes to Ateez, the last 2 comebacks that they've had, so Will and Golden Hour Part 1, so I like to call it Work because it just makes more sense in my brain. Those 2, my local Target right here has been very good of 1, having the listings as separate listings so you can order each version, and 2, of having all of the versions in stock on release day. So yes. So yeah, we will see. I'm excited. I'm so excited for this album. I genuinely don't know what to expect. I don't. And Shai told me that Sonny came out and said that his favorite song is on this album, and I genuinely am like, girl, that tells me this album's gonna be fire as hell, because for Son to have a favorite song on this album, so I did buy Son's digipack card to match his, from Shai, to match his, she was hosting a go for it, to match Wooyoung's, but now I'm thinking about it, we're gonna see what back it is. If it's purple, it's purple. This is already, I don't know why I pulled this up, it's already double sleeved. I also have bought this card. Again, I have a lot of cards. I've mentioned this in many videos at this point, but now if you haven't watched those videos, then you'll know. I have many cards that are sitting at Poké Market right now that I need to ship out, and I will be shipping out the first weekend of December, which sounds like a really bad idea now that I say it out loud, but girl, I won't have the money till then, so. Anyways, let's get back on track. Ateez. I genuinely don't know what to expect from this album. But you know what? Like I was telling Shai, I kind of just go into Ateez albums with no expectations because I know it's going to be good. But I don't go in there with any expectations because it just, I don't know. It's the same way I go to NCT albums. No expectations. Because honestly, I don't listen to highlight medleys. I don't listen to spoilers. I try to avoid them. Damn, I have all of these Ateez cards? I do not remember having all these cards. I think it's going to be a very interesting comeback. See, as much as I want to say, we're not going to run out of sleeves. I'm going to. I'm almost done with 1 whole stack, and I've only done, this is my 4th binder. So, and these stacks all have 50 cards in them. I have 3 packs and they all have 150 in them, so that's like what, 400 I think, somewhere around there. These are my last 2 Usan cards. I was gonna try to get another Ateez set, but I did end up caving and buying the birthday album at Target. And I got Wooyoung, so now I'm just gonna try to get San's equivalent. Or just a San birthday card. As long as it has the same back, I really don't care. So boom, now the cards, especially, these are the binders that I really need to double sleeve because the cards like to slide around because these pages are not the best. I don't mind them very much, but they're not the best quality. That's everything for Usan. Let's go ahead and move into this binder where we're gonna have the most talking. For those of you who've been around for a little bit, you know that Riize are one of my top groups. So with all of this stuff going on, yeah, as you can see, one of my top bias in the group is Sungchan. In fact, Sungchan is actually literally one of my ults. Like, he's in my top 10 of my ult line. Oh, like, it's been a very long, you know, month. And anyways, so, but Sunghan was also one of my biases, but he was just like my second in the group. You know what I mean? So, I'm just gonna take all the cards out this time and just start over. But, so I have been kind of vocal, but also quiet on this channel about how I feel right now about everything going on until today. So let's talk about it. So I got into Riize back in, like, I want to say May, June of this year. Around the time that Rising came out, I got into Riize because I had got really into NCT. Well, back, and I want to say around April, I had finally got into NCT 2020 Resonance. So with that, that is when Sungchan debuted in NCT. Technically, that's when he debuted in NCT. That's not when he debuted with his NCT unit, but that's when he debuted in NCT. And he debuted, what was it, 90s Love, if I remember correctly? Girl, I don't remember. There was so much that happened in 2020. There was like 100 people to keep up with. It was, if you were able, for those of you who lived through the era, I applaud you. Because, girl, I went back to the era retrospectively, and I genuinely could barely keep up. Thankfully, I went into it with biases, so I kind of had people to focus on. But anyways, but that whole 2020 year, and just looking back at all the content and everything, I fell, and just kept falling for him, to the point where I was like, you know what? I was like, okay, let me look him up, because I had remember seeing that he was in another group, and I was like, okay, what group? And it was obviously Riize. So then I was like, okay, let me listen to Riize, because I've obviously at this point I knew who Riize was. Like, everyone knows who Riize are. Like, they were kind of blowing up, growing, and, you know, whatever. God, I need to work on this Anton collection. But we're gonna talk about that in a second, actually. But in the midst of all of this, I started to really stand them. So I was like, okay, you know what? And Sungchan was very quickly climbing up my, like, bias line and just everything. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start to listen to Riize. I'm going to start standing Riize for Sungchan, right? Well, in the midst of all of this, I fell for Sunghan as well. But remember, this is like this summer. So while he's on hiatus, I never got to truly experience OT7 Riize. I've only known OT6. I want you to remember that when I get into what I'm about to say. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. So obviously you all know the situation going on with Sunghan, Riize, the boycott, everything. I'm gonna preface this by saying that for those of you who are boycotting, I'm so happy for you. And I am still boycotting in the sense that I'm not streaming their music right now. I'm not buying any albums. I'm not doing none of that. But you will be seeing photo cards, because I will be buying all of my photo cards from Poké Market. I don't really have any time for anyone to be getting upset with me and going in my comments. If you don't want to support me because I'm doing that, then guess what, babe? The unsubscribe button exists. And if you're following me on social media and you feel a type of way, guess what, babe? The block button exists. Use it. I use it all the time. But also, when they have their next comeback, I will be deciding by around that time of what I'm going to actually do, because I do want to support them, because I want to support the other 6. even if Sunghan's back or not, I want to support the other members because, again, I think some people, and this is not everybody, let me just say that, but I feel like some people are forgetting that there is still a group. And I understand that mindset to a point, but at the end of the day, you need to realize that y'all are screaming Riize is 7, but you're acting like it's Riize is 1. Because a lot of you are like, Sunghan's not there, Riize doesn't exist. So now you're discrediting the other 6 members. That's where I have an issue right now, and that's kind of why I've started to detach from the boycott, because a lot of people, not everybody, let me just preface that. There's a lot of people who have been boycotting correctly. There's a lot of people who have been boycotting silently. There's a lot of people who have just been, and I understand a lot of people are upset, and I understand that completely. I'm also upset. But at the same time, I've been more upset with the way that people are attacking other people for how they're boycotting than the boycott itself. Because, again, like I just said, a lot of people seem to be acting like Riize is just Sunghan, and without Sunghan, Riize doesn't exist. And not to sound like an OT6 stan, but Riize existed while he was gone. And that's not me trying to be like, oh, this, that, and the third. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, Riize existed without him for almost a year. Well, now a year. And the other 6 members are wildly talented. And every time I see that argument of, well, he's not there, so the group's not full. Yes, I will admit, the group is missing something. But to sit there and make it seem like just because Sunghan's not there, that they need to be, that's why everything's the way it is kind of really disrespectful to the other members. I've been seeing, and again, not everybody, but I've been seeing a lot of people throwing that out there. And to me, that's kind of very grimy. You call yourself a fan, but then you discredit the other members because your fave isn't there, which, again, I understand you're upset, but let's remember that there is still 6 other members of this group, because a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people are acting like he was the only member of the group and he was the only reason why it was worth it. And you know what? If that's how you feel, I'm happy for you. But at the same time, like, again, let's not forget that there are still 6 very wildly talented boys who exist inside of the group that are actively in the group right now. If Sunghan comes back in the future, I will 100% support him. In fact, I'm excited to collect OT7. I think I wasn't even upset about the whole situation like I was, but I was more upset that I didn't get to ever truly experience OT, you know? Because I was such a baby B-Riize, I never got to experience OT7 Riize, you know? And it kind of breaks my heart. But then what breaks my heart more is when I log on Twitter and I'm seeing a bunch of people saying, you guys are fake fans, da-da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. Because I liked a photo of somebody who was resharing a Sungchan post from Weverse. Mind you, I unsubscribed from Weverse. I did everything. I blocked the official accounts. I don't follow them. They're literally still blocked on my, like, I did everything I was supposed to do. I haven't bought their albums. Mind you, their album is dropping in Target on Friday, and I still have no plans of buying it. Like, I have Sungchan's film version for Epilogue, but that's because that came out in September. So, I don't know. I just think some of us need to pump the brakes a little bit on how we're talking to each other, because when you're attacking people for not doing it the way that you want them to do it, it makes people not want to participate. And that's kind of where I'm at, where it's like, when this all started, I had retweeted an aespa post the day prior, but I guess this was like someone I was mutuals with. They've now blocked me, but I was mutuals with on Twitter, and they literally were like, you're so fake, this, that, and like, they came into my DMs, and I literally said, babes, I reshared this yesterday. I no longer follow the account. And they were like, well, still, blah, 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 blah. Because I had also made, like, a tweet. That's what they were referring to. I was making a tweet about, because this was during that Whiplash, like, promo, like, pre-album release promo. So I was like, oh my god, like this album looks like it's gonna be so good, da 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 da. And they were like, you know, you sit here and you say you're such a big Riize fan, but and I was like, I literally just responded, babes, I literally shared this before all of this happened, and then I said, if you have such a problem with it, the block button exists, you can use it. They've now blocked me, of course, so that sentence worked. And again, if you're on my channel today watching this video and you feel differently than I do, instead of coming in my comments and trying to educate other people or, you know, whatever, and you have a different opinion about this than me, guess what, babe? The exit video button is there. There is all types of options for you that don't require you being negative in my comments. I'm a 20-year-old adult who's making his own decision. And I understand every side of it, but I've decided to choose the side where I support the group no matter who's in it, because again, there are still 6 members. Am I gonna buy the albums? I don't know. When they have their next comeback, I may or may not buy the albums. We'll see. I may just buy Sungchan's photo cards. We'll see. Because I do want to collect OT. But I don't know. We will see what happens, because that's gonna be in 2025. That's gonna be a 2025 issue. Right now, I'm worried about supporting them through the end of the year, you know, from the sidelines, and I am okay with that. Anyways, that's all we're gonna talk about for Riize. In the meantime, I do want to say it's been so nice to see Sungchan on my timeline again, though, because I wasn't seeing him for a while and it was kind of making me sad, because I follow a bunch, because the thing too is I follow a bunch of fan accounts, like y'all were like, you need to unfollow all the fan accounts, this, that, and the I'm like, y'all are doing too damn much. Like, unfollowing every fan account, I follow like over 1,000. How am I supposed to? No. Okay, like maybe like 500, but still. I follow so many fan accounts for, and then the other thing that made me kind of back off was when it was like, well, we need to boycott all of SM and this, that, and the third, and if you're not doing it, then you did that, and I'm like, okay. When I'm getting screamed at for every single little thing I do, then maybe it's time for me not to participate. And that's pretty much exactly where I'm at. So I've gone back to supporting NCT. I've gone back to supporting Mark. I've gone back to supporting SHINee, EXO, aespa, Red Velvet, all the soloists inside of those groups. Like, I've gone back to just listening to music again. Because at the end of the day, it's also about music. And a lot of people have said this, and I agree with a lot of people. I don't see the point in punishing every other artist under the label for technically, in this sense, a rookie group. Because the repercussions of that is already showing. What do you mean that, and allegedly, Dream's gonna have a tour next year as well, so that means that we're getting a 127 and a Dream tour. We're gonna probably get 2 to 3 comebacks. Like, NCT is gonna pick up now, because that's exactly the other thing too. As I was thinking about it, I was like, the repercussions of this is gonna be the other groups are gonna have to work overtime. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get into another controversial take I have, allegedly, because I talked about this on Twitter and a lot of people got their panties in a bunch. Can we stop acting like Stray Kids and Twice need to be competing against each other when in reality both of them are running the company? Thank you. I was talking about this with Chloe, and in my opinion, I don't see the point, one, in comparing either one, because yes, they're both ginormous monsters when it comes to international success, but at the same time, they don't make the same music. One's a girl group, one's a boy group. Can we just admit, and I'm not saying that they're equals, because they're not. Twice definitely has more prestige behind their name because they're the older group. But at the end of the day, no matter what anyone will try to tell me, Twice pays the mortgage, Stray Kids pay the bills. They are co-parents, because if you look at it this way, Twice are their mothers, Stray Kids are the fathers, every other group underneath them are the children who live in the house. I really need some of y'all to stop comparing them, because you cannot compare where you do not compete. Although I'm not saying that they can't compete against each other, but what I'm saying is like, some of you, sorry, this filler is too big to fit in the sleeve, so I gotta cut it down a little bit. I've seen so many people have their panties in a bunch. Every time I open Twitter, it's either something related to Sunghan, something related to a fake Riize, Riize, a fake OT7 fan, or a Stray Kids versus Twice fan war. Can we stop? We have enough fan wars to deal with the other boy groups. Why are we arguing with our own label? Our own label mates. One's under Division 1, one's under Division 3. They're gonna get treated differently because they're not in the same management company. Suck it up, Buttercup. I'm over it. I'm so tired of every time I open one of my social media apps, I got one to saying, well, we're the originators. Okay, congratulations. Happy for you. Then I got the stays going, well, Stray Kids are bigger in America right now. Congratulations. Accurate. At the same time, can we all just agree that both groups are just wildly successful on an international front and a domestic one? Thank you. They're both two of the top groups in all of K-pop right now. It's a fact. You can't, it's not fiction, it's a fact. Fact, no fiction. Fact, not fiction. Like, I literally don't understand why we're having a fan war with our own label mates. And then don't get me started on the Twice and Mitzi fan war. For what? Twice are like, it's your quite literally Twice's daughters. I don't understand why we're doing this. I don't put that in the wrong spot. Like, at the end of the day, ITZY or Twice's junior group. Shut the hell up. The junior group is never supposed to be more successful than the senior group until the senior group disbands. Or maybe I'm just the only one who thinks that way. Anyways. And then, let's continue on JYP. What the fuck are these Day 6 World Tour dates? You've had America waiting for almost, what, a year for these World Tour dates? And you announced 2 cities? JYP, really? Really? I've been singing your praises for months about how they care about their international fans. They always want to come see us. JYP always cares about international fans over domestic ones. Or, you know what I mean. Like, because JYP is one of the companies that actually values their international fans, whereas other companies don't. But they also value our opinion because at the end of the day, they're one of the few companies that truly realize that us international fans are the ones keeping their lights on. Or they're keeping the taxes paid. I don't know if they have taxes in Korea. They probably do. Girl, I don't know how economics work over there. Girl, I barely know how they work in America. I just pay my taxes and I just do what I need to do as a citizen and keep it pushing. That's all I need to do anymore. Okay, we're gonna take all of these out because I don't feel like flipping the pages 9,000 times. That synthesizer card is not getting a sleeve. It's not gonna fit. Okay. So watching that, and then it's kind of like when Extraordinary Heroes did it earlier this year when they just did New York and LA, I understood it was a showcase tour. It's kind of that when they do a showcase tour, it's kind of to see like what is the interest level, you know, in the sense of how many people are trying to get tickets, you know, just trying to see if it's like, you know, financially a feasible situation or decision to send a group over here that's never been here before, like Extraordinary Heroes when they came over here in August. I would have personally loved to have seen Extraordinary Heroes, but at the same time, I understood that that was a decision made by JYP to see if it was a good move to, in the future, send them here. Because again, even the members have stated they want to be an international group. They want to be, you know, a big group. But, you know, they also don't want to be out here trying to sell out arenas and stadiums. They want to be like, but they want to be able to tour internationally because they know that they have villains everywhere. I love when a group cares about their fans and pushes the company to care about the fans. But Day 6 is a very much established group. They've been around for like, I don't know, they've done the whole military enlistment. Do not piss me off. That's not where that card goes. And y'all decided to send them to 2 cities out of the whole country? Mind you, it's not like this is a group that's never done this before. Baby, look at their last tour. Their last tour back in 2019, they did, I think, what, 10 shows? It will be on the screen. So don't even try to sit here and tell me that it's because of anything. Just say that y'all didn't want to send them here. We don't have anything for B. Oh, we have this one BI card to double sleeve. If I hear the word demure one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. I hate that word. It's so stupid. You see how I do my makeup for work? Very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. Shut the hell up. I just think it's like words like that. Like the word itself is not the problem. It's the fact that it's been so overused that it makes me want to... This is YouTube. I can't say that. This is not Instagram. Sure as hell's not Twitter. Anyways, can we talk about... Let's talk a little bit about Twice while I'm over here sleeving their leaders' photo cards. Strategy. Oh no, the Megan Thee Stallion remix. I want to know who wrote the song. I want to know who wrote the lyrics. I need to know because they ate. They ate. Was it the girls themselves? I don't know. I haven't looked at it really. I don't know who did it, but whoever did it, you deserve everything you want. You deserve all your cookies. You deserve your 10s. You deserve everything you want in the world. Your pillow needs to be cold on both sides every night because you deserve it. I do need to buy more of these single sleeves though, because some of these cards are not double sleeved, but they're sleeved in the double sleeve. Because I don't have any more singles. Okay, what are the back colors? Oh, I want this one in the middle, that's right. Can we talk about how... We're going to talk a little bit about HYBE throughout this entire video because, girl, I have a lot to say. And I have a lot of HYBE groups that I support, so we have a lot of different things to talk about. Can we talk about how in that document that came out, they literally said that they could have sent Jungkook on a solo tour, but they decided to send him to the military instead? So you just don't like money, because I personally would have went to his tour, and I don't even stand BTS like that. So you just don't like money is what you're telling me. Got it. But y'all are literally in the red. Y'all are like literally broke. More broke than a bunch of the companies that you bought out were. Oh. I still need to decide if I'm actually going to do this Nyan collection or not, because girl, her cards are not cheap. But it's also Nyan from Twice. Like, what was I thinking? But these are also like my favorite photo cards of hers ever. Also, I want all of the ones with the purple back because hello, purple is my favorite color, if you couldn't tell. By my entire aesthetic being purple. Anyways. What was I saying? Oh, HYBE. Nyan. Let's talk about it. I am planning on doing like an end of year. Like, this is going to be a very opinion-based video. Where it's based, and it's very biased. It's going to be a very biased video. I'm going to try to keep it not biased, but girl, I know myself enough to know it's going to be very biased. Of like, what is my personal favorites of the year? And right now, Nyan and Jaehyung right now are fighting for 1 and 2 of favorite solo album because, girl, because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, Nyan definitely had the best solo album for me for a minute. Right up until Jaehyung dropped his album. Because it was Taeyong, and then Nyan came and she took his crown. And now Jaehyung's taken her crown because, girl, I don't know what Jaehyung put in that album, but baby, I've had that shit on repeat like it was crack cocaine. That's part of the reason why I ended up giving up on the SM boycott, because I was literally like, my mental health went down from not listening to that album. And now he's gone, I can't even listen to it right now because hearing his voice, especially since I heard Completely and it made me literally bawl. My eyes were like pouring tears. I honestly, Completely is like the one song on the album that I will say I don't listen to very often, just because it's a very sad, not a sad, but it's a ballad. And I love me a good ballad, but that ballad, if it was in Korean, I think I'd be okay. But since it's in English and I understand every single word of it, that shit hits different. I need to get her other cookie card. I want to try to say I can get it by the end of the year, but that's not a reasonable thing. This one will go here because it will. That way she'll be looking at herself. There we go. Nayeon is all double sleeved. Oh my god, I have so many cards to do for Taeyong. But yeah. Anyways, back to HYBE for a second. Back to BTS while we're here. Their military era is almost over. And I'm excited for their comeback. If y'all didn't know, I do low-key stan BTS, but I say low-key because, girl, who has time to be out here truly standing them? Because, baby, I don't know if you've noticed, but I barely ever put BTS away because who is paying these prices for these photo cards? Not I, baby. I work a minimum wage fast food job. I do not have time to be out here paying $95 for a photo. It's not actually $95, but you get the point. That's what it feels like when you work my job, girl. Please. Anyways. And I'm in debt right now? Yeah, no. Anyways. These days, I feel like my mental health is just very up and down, and it's all because of K-pop, because it's always something different that's going on. Jaehyun going to the military, NCT 127 tour announcement in the same 24-hour span is 12-hour span actually is wild. That is crazy work on SM's part. They need to really, are we serious? Y'all thought that yesterday was the day to announce that shit? Like, you couldn't wait till today? Like, if I woke up this morning to an announcement, I'd be like, okay. But to announce at the same 24-hour time frame of his enlistment, like when he dead-ass went into the damn army, is ridiculous. Like, that was insane to me. Also, to the person who always comments on my videos, hey bestie, you know who you are. You've really been commenting on every one of my videos lately. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break because my arm feels like it's gonna fall off. And we still have like 12 more binders to do. Okay, y'all, so I took about a 10-minute break. Let's go ahead and do 17 real quick. There's not much in here, so it shouldn't be that hard. But yeah, let's talk 17. So, as many of you know, they're currently on tour in America. Fuck you. If you got to go, I hate you. Not really, obviously. I'm just jealous. Because Atlanta don't exist no more. The southeastern part of America just doesn't exist anymore to you, HYBE, because TXT didn't come here. And Hypen didn't come here. 17 now haven't come here. So I can't just drop everything and travel for y'all. I'm sorry. Baby, I'm an end citizen. I got enough financial issues going on. So that's why I'm excited really for this 127 tour. Baby, they're coming to Georgia. Which doesn't surprise me because Dream was just here too. Because I was thinking about potentially going to Dream Show in Duluth for the Dream Show 3. But y'all know that didn't happen, obviously. Otherwise, it would have been 2 concert vlogs. One in LA. If I didn't go to LA, honestly, if I wasn't able to go to the LA stop, I would have went to the Atlanta one, and low-key I kind of wish I did instead of going to the LA one. Although I don't regret my trip, I just regret because it was very, very expensive. But yeah, so this that pretty girl munch that make you want to go my way. That song's been stuck in my head. Honestly, the Blackpink solos post YG low-key are fire. And it really just makes me question why the fuck YG didn't let them, like, I don't know, play with their sound outside of the YG sound. Well, we know why, but yeah, I really do want to go see 127. Okay, maybe I should move these here because I keep trying to grab them from here. So let me just put the sleeves there. There we go. We're down to 4 stacks still. But yeah, anyways, I wanted to go see them, and I was looking at the Rosemont show because if anything, I could fly in and fly back out, you know. But it was just gonna be too expensive, so I just didn't do it. And then I was looking at concert tickets, and I was like, God damn. Even the top, like, it was just not gonna be a financially smart decision, so I just didn't do it. I chose to skip it, but from what everyone I've talked to that's gone to the show said, it sounds like they want to come back next year. They want to come back every year. They want to do more comebacks. They want to tour more. They wanted the tour to be longer, apparently, also. Don't piss me off, S-Coops. Because, you know, HYBE got in the way. Because I'm pretty sure if they had their way, I'm pretty sure the tour would have been longer. They would have toured for longer because they love seeing carrots. Internationally, they love seeing carrots every day. They don't care. They love us, and that's really, I think that's the reason why they still do it. Because a group like 17, really, sometimes I question, like, why are they still a group? Like, they definitely could disband any day now if they really wanted to, but I don't think they do. I think they just love us as fans so much that they push through all the bullshit to see us. They deal with all the shit so that they can, you know, see us. Because at the end of the day, I think we're the highlight of their day. Those of us who are mentally sane and not mentally ill, we'll get into sauce things later. I have a lot to say about that because if you've seen this clip, all I could say was, what the actual fuck is wrong with people? That man is an active member of the South Korean Navy. Leave him the fuck alone. But yeah, so I wanted to see them in tour. Didn't get to see them on tour, obviously, if you couldn't tell by the lack of concert vlog. Honestly, I probably could have if I didn't see Nicki or Zara, but, you know. I saw the people who came to Florida instead of going to Chicago, Illinois by myself for 24 hours. Kaylee went, though, and she looked like she had a fantastic time. So happy for her. So jealous of her at the same time. Also jealous of Maya. Oh my god, Maya got... If you don't know Maya, she's, I'll put her on the screen. That says her Instagram. We're like mutuals now. And she got to, not only did she get to the concert, so I'm gonna tell her story a little bit because it's honestly such a cool fucking story. She had the opportunity to go to the LA show. But she was going to Texas anyways around the time that they were going to be in Texas. So she was like, I want to go to the one in Texas. And I was like, okay, bestie, like, I believe in you. You're going to make it happen. Da-da-da. And guess what, y'all? She made that shit happen. So it was day of, and they released more tickets for like the lower bowl. So she snatched it up immediately, right? And she didn't even tell anybody until she was there. She like posted like right before the concert started. She was like, guess what? I told you I was gonna make it happen. I made it happen. I stood up so fast. I was like, oh my god, bestie, like manifestation is real, da-da-da, right? And then she didn't tell me that she was going to day 2. For day 2, they dropped more tickets day of, like 2 hours before the show, I think is what she said, or something like that on her story. Not only did they drop more tickets, baby, she got barricade. She got floor barricade day of. Like, really worked out for her. Really worked out for her. I don't think I would ever do barricade for a concert because I don't feel like standing. Because if y'all don't know, girl, Zara Larsson, that concert I went to was probably the only time I've ever stood for an entire concert. Because there was no seats. Baby, it was the House of Blues. There was no seats. We're almost done double sleeving y'all. Yas. Also, I mentioned this because I'm rewatching my 17 binder deco right now. I should have put some music. Like, I'm really sitting here in silence. This is my favorite S-Coops photo card. Dino looks amazing. Vernon looked fantastic. Like, this was just my favorite concept. I think I've come to the point now with 17 where I'm just gonna collect my favorite concept and instead of trying to collect everything for them, because they're not an ult. And since I'm still gonna try to collect if I was collecting just S-Cubes, just Vernon, or just Dino, then I would try to collect all of their cards. But since I'm just collecting the top 3, I'm only gonna collect for my favorite concept. Oh, and then this is one of my favorite Vernon photo cards ever. But yeah, so she got her 17 tickets. She got to see 17 2 days in a row. Both of them, like, she literally was like interacting with the members. I was like, bitch, I'm so fucking jealous. But now we're planning on meeting up at the 127 tour in Georgia. She's obviously probably gonna have Barricade again, and I'm gonna be at the top of the arena. You gonna catch me probably lower bowl. But then again, it's the Gas South Arena, most likely, because they just said Duluth, which, like, common sense would tell you it's Gas South. Although they haven't said anything about when tickets go on sale, nothing. It's like they basically just announced it to announce it, because they haven't dropped any other details beyond that it's happening. Like, okay, you snapped, SM. When? When are tickets on sale so I can get my money right? See, Delusion told me I could collect OT8, which is why I have these, because I started working on my OT8 collection, and then I started looking at Wonu and Mingyu, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna collect my top ones, my top 3, because honestly, the rest of these members are just wreckers. Whereas my top 3 are my actual biases. Like, I follow their fan accounts. I follow basically their every move that they post publicly, because I'm not a weirdo. I love the way the cards fit in here now that they're double sleeved. I really do. That pretty girl munch. I need to add that to my playlist. Also, I finally listened to Rockstar by Lisa. Love it. So I've set up for 1 card for each concept so far, and then a carrot, a Weverse, you know, these Weverses, and then the deluxe that they haven't announced yet, but we all know they're gonna do a deluxe because hello, it's 17. That's everything for 17. Next we have Dojejun, EXO, Riize, NCT Wish. You name the group, they're in this binder. That Jaehyung's already doubled. Oh no, these are ones that I already had double sleeved, but I needed sleeves, so I took them off. I am gonna do like a deco episode with Riize, so if you don't want to watch that video, you can skip it. I totally won't feel a type of way. Why'd I just do that? Because I really want to make them a divider, and I might just do it like in a thing where I do all of these. Seeing Jaehyung's face just makes me so sad. Like, I miss him. I miss him already, and it's only been 2 days. This is my Riize section. I don't think I'll ever get this other Sunghan card anymore. I might have to get a replica. Because, well, everybody done bought it. So, yeah. This one here. I should have bought it. I was gonna buy it before all of this happened, too. It was so funny. I was like, I'll just buy it later. I should have bought it then, because now I don't think I'll ever find it unless I get a replica. Where is it? Hey, Sungshani. From the one Riize album I bought that is a Korean press. The rest of them are all US presses. Of course, he's shirtless in that photo card. Don't ask me why I bought that one. Just kidding, I didn't buy that card. Actually, I pulled that in my album, which if you watched my Rising unboxing, then you knew that, because I literally screamed so fucking loud in my house that my mom thought something was wrong, and I was like, no, I just pulled my bias, and she was like, you need to stop doing that, which is why my unboxings tend to be a little boring, because I don't live by myself. I live with my parents, and they don't want to put up with me screaming because I pulled a man's photo card. Okay, when I say it like that, it sounds worse. KAI's photocard collection. That's already sleeved. This just needs a second sleeve. Sorry if the lighting keeps changing. It's because like it's fall in Florida, so and also we're coming off of a hurricane a couple weeks ago, and whenever there's a hurricane, the weather pattern gets all messed up. So we went from having no rain to we've had a bunch of rain, and it's been raining off and on for the last like 4 days. So right now it stopped raining and now it's sunny again, but I give it about another hour before it starts raining again, hence why I haven't gone and done anything today besides get my nails done. I didn't even eat. Normally when I get my nails done, I stop and get something to eat, but I just came straight home because it was literally starting to downpour, and I was like, I'm not doing this. Is that everything for KAI? That is not. So we have this one Don't Fight the Feeling card, which I didn't even want to collect this, but it came in my Don't Fight the Feeling album, so of course, this was my first ever KAI photo card. I'll never get rid of it. He comes back so soon. I'm so excited. We're down to like the the double digits, I think. Or no, we're down to like the 100s. Okay, so everything in here is double sleeved now. Now we just need to work on these collections in 2025. Let's go ahead and take another break before my phone blows up. Hi y'all, it's me, it's Jordie. It is currently a gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful November 9th. I finished filming this video Tuesday at like 2 o'clock in the morning, or Wednesday at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been editing it ever since. I gave up. So what I mean by I gave up is I gave up in the sense that this is gonna be a 2-part episode. This is just part 1 because, and I chose to stop here because this was the end. This is literally when I took this is when I took the break before I filmed that next clip that was going to be in here. But I looked at it, the next 3 clips were all like 20-30 minutes a piece, which meant in total that was like over another hour of footage, and I didn't want to film. I didn't know. So I want to get this video up soon. I'm probably gonna get this video up like as soon as I'm done recording this clip. Hopefully, I gotta export it first, so we'll see. But yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna ramble too much. Again, I already did enough of that in this video. You guys are probably tired of my voice, and if you are, girl, me too. That's why it took me so long to edit, because I couldn't listen to my voice anymore. Anyways, that was everything for this episode. I will see you guys in the next one.
Nothing is about being your number. You're 106 and I'm 94.